This is your time, your dedicated time to relax. And here are some suggestions to help enhance this process. To begin with, find a comfortable spot to lie or sit down. Then begin to take off your shoes and a watch if you're wearing one. If you have any clothing that feels tight, feel comfortable to begin to loosen it, like a belt or a tie, or maybe a collar that's too tight. Try to position yourself very comfortably in this setting, and just think to yourself now, this is your time to relax. To begin with, I'd like to ask you to take a nice, slow, deep breath. Comfortably slow and comfortably deep. And as you bring air into your lungs, allow yourself to feel your stomach to begin to expand and take any pressure off your upper chest. And think to yourself now how easy it is to breathe. Breathing can be one of the most relaxing techniques that you can do to calm down. And as you breathe, think to yourself, the easiest part of breathing is when you exhale. The exhalation requires no work, no effort, just happens all by itself. So think to yourself now as you exhale this phrase, my body is calm and relaxed. My body is calm and relaxed. And feel yourself become very calm and relaxed. But for as relaxed as you feel right now, you can always become more relaxed. One very common technique to use to enhance the relaxation process is called mental imagery. And although there are many different types of mental imagery, the type that I like to suggest in this segment of the tape is to use your imagination to take a trip. Now, the beauty of mental imagery and the power of mental imagery is to involve all your senses. Not only the sense of imaginary sight, but the sense of imaginary hearing, touch, smell, all the senses combined, so that you not only see yourself there, but more importantly, you actually feel yourself in this setting which you've created. And as with any exercise in mental imagery, feel free to take these suggestions that you hear and enhance them in your own way with your own imagination to make them as real and as powerful as you can for yourself. The image that I'd like to help you create in your mind is that of a walk through a woods. Now right now, if you could imagine yourself strolling along a path of pine needles through a gauntlet of very tall pine trees. And as you walk along this path, notice the time of day is very early morning, and the rays of sun off at an angle come through the pine branches. And with each step that you take, you feel the comfortable feeling of pine needles underneath your feet. And as you listen to the sounds, you begin to hear a brook off to the distance, and the babbling sound of water cascading over the rocks becomes very soothing to your ears. And as you look around, you'll notice that there are some very deep and rich colors in this forest. The very deep greens of the pine needles over your head, the colors of the bark on the trees that surround you, and perhaps some very light green colors of the underbrush. And as you continue to walk along this path, you begin to notice that you're not alone. There's wildlife all around you. You may hear the sound of a bird. You begin to hear the rustle of leaves as you see a squirrel or a chipmunk cross the path that you're walking. And you also, every now and then, become more familiar with that sound of running water. And as you take a slow, deep breath, you begin to become more acquainted with the smells of the forest, the deep scent of pine needles, the freshness of the forest, and you feel a cool air, comfortable cool air, on your cheeks and forehead and the backs of your hands. And as you continue a very slow pace on this pine-covered path, you notice up ahead there's a clearing. And you're kind of curious to see what is up ahead of you. And you notice your pace begins to pick up very slowly, but more progressively with each step. And as you walk toward this opening, you hear the sounds of that babbling brook, and you realize this brook actually follows the path that you're on. And you seem to be walking up toward this clearing, perhaps where this brook originates. And as you get up to the clearing, you notice a lot of boulders at first, a lot of rocks. And you begin to climb up on these rocks and look out over into this incredible mountain lake. And you find one rock that seems really comfortable to sit on. And you take a seat, look out over this mountain lake, and just imagine the beauty in this setting. And as you look around, you'll notice that all surrounding this mountain lake are beautiful trees, pine trees, maples, aspens, all with full foliage. And as you look up ahead, you'll see directly in front of you is a beautiful snow-covered mountain. And behind this mountain and all above you is a really rich and deep blue sky with one or maybe two small puffy white clouds. And as you sit on this rock and make yourself comfortable, you notice a sense of wind, very slight breeze across your face and forehead and the backs of your hands. And you notice that as you look at this surface of the body of water, this mountain lake, the wind begins to cause a few slight ripples over the surface. Think to yourself now, as you look at this body of water, this mountain lake, that you have all to yourself. This body of water, this mountain lake, is symbolic of your body. And although you feel very calm and very relaxed right now, you can become more calm and relaxed. And these ripples, these very small waves on the surface of the water, seem to be symbolic of any tensions or any frustrations or any problems that seem to be surfacing on your mind right now. Think to yourself that you have the ability to allow these tensions, these frustrations, to fade away. To disappear just for a moment. And what I'd like to have you do is think to yourself to allow this surface of water to become very calm once again. And as you look at this mountain lake and feel yourself become more calm and more relaxed, you'll notice that the surface begins to become more relaxed as well, more placid, more calm. And as this surface becomes more calm, you'll notice it begins to reflect all that's around it. The trees, that snow-covered mountain, those one or two white puffy clouds, and the blue sky that covers all. And as you think to yourself to allow yourself to become more relaxed, take a nice slow deep breath, and as you exhale, think to yourself, my body, like this body of water, is very calm and very peaceful. And as you think this, and as you feel this within your own body, see this image, this mirror image on the surface of this lake that reflects all that's around it, very peacefully, very calmly, just like a mirror image. And again, think to yourself, this body of water is symbolic of your body, and that when this body of water is perfectly calm and perfectly still, it resonates a sense of inner peace, just like that which you feel within your body. Now take a moment to really feel yourself in the presence of this mountain lake. Feel the oneness that you have in this environment. Feel a sense of inner peace within you as you see this reflection on the surface of this lake all around you. And think to yourself that you'd like to retain this image. Try and lock this image into your memory bank so you can recall this at any time to make yourself feel very calm and more relaxed. And once again, take a nice slow deep breath. And this time, as you exhale, think to yourself to take in all these sensations of calmness and relaxation with this image of this mountain lake. And now very slowly allow this image to fade from your mind and return all thoughts back to your breathing. And now feel the air come into your nose or mouth, down into your lungs, and feel your stomach extend out, and then come back in as you exhale. And now with the next breath that you take, as you exhale, think to yourself the phrase, my body is calm and relaxed. My body is calm and relaxed. And now feel how relaxed your body is. Feel how calm your body is. So much more calm and relaxed than when you first began. And think to yourself that although you feel very relaxed, although you feel very comfortable and very calm, you don't feel tired or sleepy. You feel very rested, very rejuvenated, and actually quite energized, ready to use this sense of energy for whatever you plan to accomplish later on in the day. And think to yourself right now that should you happen to feel tense or nervous or upset and you wish to calm down, all you need do is recall that image of the mountain lake and the reflection on the surface of water, and that will remind you that you too have a sense of inner peace within you. It can be brought about merely by remembering this. When you feel ready, very slowly make yourself aware of your surroundings. the room that you're in, time of day, and perhaps what you're going to do after this session. Very slowly now begin to open up your eyes to a soft gaze in front of you. And if you wish, you can begin to move your arms and hands, legs and feet, and stretch your arms and shoulders and neck. And at your own leisure, you can begin to sit back up or stand up. And go on with whatever you had planned after this moment of relaxation.